Well, I have been eating more fruit lately, as some of you can tell. No fancy plans or anything, just a kind of a common sense plan. I call it the Eat Less Cheez-It diet. Thinking of writing a book about that, perhaps. But I do miss the Cheez-It days for several reasons. One is that I could reach for that box of Cheez-Its and just crack the top open, dig in, and I know exactly what I was going to get. But it's a little different with fruit, isn't it? I mean, you reach for the fruit, and you better be careful and figure out what's on the inside before you go biting into it. And that's the thing about fruit. It can look good on the outside, but that doesn't make for good fruit. It better be good on the inside before you think it's good, right? You've got to know what's going on. That's why, I've gotten pretty good at squeezing it and smelling it and thumping on it and, all the things you do to try and figure out what's going on the inside. Fruit. Maybe that's why Jesus so often made the comparison of our words and actions to fruit. See, because something that we do that's good, a word that we say, a conversation we have, an act that we do, some sacrifice, it really isn't a good thing if it just looks good on the outside. God is concerned that our good fruit looks good on the inside. And he says, one day we'll know if everything that you did that looked good to people was really good fruit, because he's going to cut it open and lay it out. It's called Judgment Day. And if you're new to this thing called Christianity, you may think that because you're a Christian now, you're going to skip that Judgment Day. Well, you're going to skip the Judgment Day called the Great White Throne Judgment, and for that we all sing songs and say that's fantastic. But there is a judgment called the Bema Seat of Christ Judgment, and you are going to stand there, and all our works are going to be laid bare and exposed before God. To put it in the words of 2 Corinthians chapter 4, the motives of your heart will be disclosed, and then your commendation will come from God. In other words, there's going to be a time when everything I ever did that looked good to people, and may have even looked good to myself, he's going to say, we're going to see if it was good or not. We're going to look at it from the inside out, and we're going to examine it at that point. So your life and my life is like a tree. There's lots of things that I can see on it. There's lots of things your wife can see, lots of things your coworkers can see, your neighbors can see. But God's going to look at what's going on at the inside, and he's concerned with that good work being good through and through, the things that lie under the surface, the intentions, the motives of your heart. We pick up